southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And thank you, Meredith Walkren, for that great intro. Good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Hey, hope you had a great weekend. This is Brian K. Morris, and this is Nevermind the Furthermore. For October 12th, 2020, we're almost halfway through the month. That's exciting. So anyway, thank you for watching this morning on this kind of cloudy, kind of chilly Monday morning. And I'm your host, as I said, Brian K. Morris. Appreciate you watching us, whether it's live, listening to the garbage trucks outside, or if you're watching us on the reruns today, sometime in the future. We hope you enjoy the show and you'll stick around for more. Thank you for your kind attention. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on the Rising Tide Publications page or Indie Event, please give that page a like, because it helps that page with its visibility, and that's very important nowadays. A lot of noise out there. We want to be the signal. And if you're watching us on YouTube, if you like what we're doing here, please give this a thumbs up, if you would, on the video, and please, even more importantly, please subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified of all the future content that we're going to put out for you. And we are brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics. You saw their video at the top of the show, and hope you check them out, because you want to go to plasmafiregraphics.com when the look of your book matters to you. All right. So this program's on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time. But that's not important anymore. No, that's not important. What's important? Your comments. So let's start the interactivity right now. And Sarah, the early bird, etc. And there's the bird. That's the word. Hello there. An hour before this show, says Sarah. Mwah. Hope you've enjoyed the conversation so far with the early birds, which would be you. And Teresa Dunn, of course, 15 minutes before the show. Good morning, Brian. Looking forward to getting my book out. Yes. Teresa has the print files for Poetry Expressions 2 now. Rising Tide Publications did her book for her. Both interior design and the cover, and she's so far happy with it. She's going to check out the interior and let me know that she likes it too, and then we're gonna pedal to the metal, get that book out before the holidays, hopefully before Thanksgiving, definitely before Thanksgiving, but hopefully before Halloween. And hello, Sarah, says Teresa Dunn, and Sarah being the friendly type says hello there, Teresa. And good morning, ladies, says Carl Witzman, or more like Good morning, ladies. And Carleen, hello all. Mwah to you. Hope you're having a great morning, Carly. You and Carl both. And Sarah, hello. And hello, Carl and Donna from Teresa Dunn. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., good to have you here as always, my friend. Good morning, everyone. Happy Indigenous People Day. Happy Monday. Have a wonderful and productive week. And you will if you go to TyroneTonyReedJr.com and get a dose of inspiration. Plus, check out his books on Amazon. The Solad series is a definite must-read. Good stuff. Anyway, Tyrone, hope you are having a good week so far and looking forward to good stuff from you and everyone of the Nevermorians, including Clyde Hall. Happy harvest season and happy Halloween Monday morning, Nevermorians. That's right. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the something there. Okay, I see what that is. Never know. Part of breakfast. Anyway, hope you're having a great week. Yes, we are getting closer and closer to Halloween. Does anyone have any plans for that day? I do. I'm going to be at Castle Perilous that day. I've got to confirm that gig this week. And also, we're hoping to be on Ron Fitzgerald's show. Master Ron Fitzgerald, the former mayor of hell, the master of dark, sticky illusion. He will be running his own Halloween special at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm hoping to be on that show. If nothing else, I am definitely going to be watching it. I hope you will too. And if you don't know who Ron Fitzgerald is, tune in the night before, Halloween Eve. Devil's Night, and we're going to have, of course, the devil himself on, Mr. Ron Fitzgerald. No, the devil goes running when Ron Fitzgerald's in the room, and the devil clutches his wallet. Anyway, Ron is a funny guy and a great entertainer. He's also an actor, and he's going to be in a comic book series soon. He is just a great entrepreneur and promoter. We are looking forward to having him on a special episode of Clever Title Pending. On Friday, October 30th at 8 p.m. So you'll warm up with him on Friday night, and you'll get the full Master Ron treatment on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of a lot of fun, check out tomorrow night's Clever Tile Pending. We're going to have Demon Phil Locklear himself, the demon. We're having demons, former mayor of hell. You can tell this is Halloween, right? Anyway, he will be joining us. He is not only a terrific creator of comic book work. He's also an amazing broadcaster, and we hope you'll pick his brain about what it takes to do a show like this. Or hopefully, this is a lot slicker than mine. So maybe I'll probably learn something myself. So hopefully, you all will check in tomorrow night at Clever Title Pending, and then this coming Saturday, KokomoCon is happening in Kokomo, Indiana. We are full tilt boogie ready to hit that wonderful town. It's going to start at 10 o'clock. It's going from 10 to 5 on this coming Saturday. Admission is $15. Masks are mandatory. And there will be hand sanitizing stations. We will have hand sanitizer if you want some. We're also going to have book deals. We're going to be offering special discounts on multiple purchases to make it worth your while. It's going to be a lot, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We've got a couple of Power Ranger actors will be there. I don't follow the show, so but if they had Ultraman Z, I would be there in a heartbeat. But no, we're going to have a fantastic time. It's going to be a safe time with your fellow geeks. So please, it may be one of the only times in the Midwest you get a chance to get out and go to a comic convention. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So please come join us this week at KokomoCon. Also, Charles F. Millhouse will be there. Molly Daniels will be there. And even more importantly, Cookie will be there. So if you have wanted to know what Cookie looks like, the hands behind the empire here, then come to KokomoCon. We'd love to have you there. And Brian Hawkins, good morning program. Citizen Hawkins, it is good to see you, sir. Hope you're having a great morning. Glad to have you here. And wow, Donna says, Carl Witzman, I made that coffee strong this morning. Good thing, though. Yeah, you need to be braced when you're dealing with me. And Joe McKeel is here. Good morning, everybody. What will happen today? Well, I'm opting for the robots rising up in our sleep finally. You take a nap, the Alexa gets you. In fact, I believe that Alexa probably by the end of the week will become will realize self actualization, and will be guiding the robots to murder those of us that they don't get today. But anyway, get your bingo cards ready because something's going to happen. Anyway, Joe, glad to have you here. Joe Dog, it's a pleasure as always. And don't forget, Stupid O'Clock Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 11. Always a great conversation. Enjoyed Saturday, both shows last week. It was really it was really a must listen to. It was great stuff. And Sarah asks, "Are you having to chew your coffee, Carl?" If he's like me, coffee, water in the coffee is just a formality. You know what I'm saying? I have chewed raw coffee grounds, and my mother-in-law probably still gets queasy at the very thought of me doing it. Anyway, almost Sarah, but that's okay, says Carl Witzman. I need to pep up before Brian gets here all chipper and everything. Well, who says I'm really chipper? I could be putting on a facade, It could all be a show that I'm having a good time. I could be like in utter misery, and no one would know it because I'm such a good actor. And good morning, folks. Joe Bachman, a pleasure as always, calling to us of one side or the other of I-94. Hope your morning's going well, Joe. And Carlene, it's just fine, you wimp. Yeah, that's right. Suck it up, Buttercup. Literally. Get it from your buttercup. Anyway, understandable. Yeah. And good morning, Carl. How are you? Calling in from both YouTube and Facebook this morning. And Sarah mocks Donna with her laughter. And Ted Davies, good morning. There's the man who brings the covfefe and the great conversation. Ted just dropped a video yesterday with an interview with Charles F. Milhouse, who will be joining me this coming Saturday at KokomoCon. It's a great conversation. They mentioned my name a couple of times. If they had mentioned me a third time, I probably would have appeared on the video. But anyway, Ted, if you look over my left shoulder, my right shoulder, excuse me. I can't tell which is which in the monitor here. You'll see something very familiar. It's very adorable. It's the warm, the cuddly, the adorable Skeletor from one of my faves, Master of the Universe. And speaking of faves, there is one of mine, Cindy Cap. Mwah! Good morning, y'all. Good morning to you from Facebook. Hope your morning is going well. Hope everyone's morning is going well. We're on a roll this morning. We thought we'd be late today because Cookie had an early morning eye appointment. And despite the sanitation precautions, good Lord, it's easier getting to Fort Knox than it is to get into her optometrist this morning. And there's a truck doing something outside. Hope if my mic's picking up, I do apologize. But anyway, we got in and out in a timely manner, though, at the end. Her eyes are doing well, as longtime viewers know. My wife had cataract surgery last year, and everything is hunky-dory. And then they're following up on some potential glaucoma, but apparently she is well and doing fine. So good news to start my Monday morning off. And speaking of starting off my Monday off on the right foot, there is Prometheus Susan, fantastic author. Good morning, darling. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. And everybody, I haven't said it in a while, but please don't wait for me. Put in links to your work this morning, all right? Whether it's your Amazon link, your YouTube link, your Patreon link. Speaking of which, I'm going to put mine in for a moment here. I'm going to have to drop. Oh, get out of there. I know I've got email. I've always got email. And there goes the truck. That's the big garbage truck. That's the one for limbs and stuff. I know we've had some people do their yard work recently. And I guess they come and pick that stuff up. Okay, cool. But anyway, want to talk to you about real briefly about this. www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. We have started a Patreon page where Patreon is like Kickstarter, except it is an ongoing subscription. You get to support some of your favorite creators, and many of the people that loiter on the Nevermind the Furthermore and Clever Title Pending have their own Patreon pages. Please check them out. But this is mine. We're still in the soft opening phase. I don't have the $10 level really set up yet, working on it, because we actually had to re-edit the insides of all of our books because we're going to put out new editions of them, which I'm excited about. And so Cookie and I are working on that. So the $10 level will have something in there. We will have something for you guys for waiting for me, okay? But we've got some support there, and I'm very grateful to everyone. Plus, we are on there. We're trying to do blogging at least twice a week now. Some will be for the general public. Some will not. For instance, when we premiere the first chapter of the Santa Stein audiobook this week, it will not be for the general public. Haven't decided what level I want. I think I want it to be at the $1 level. But anyway, we only have 3 levels right now. $1 will get your name mentioned in any Rising Tide publication if you're a patron at the time that we release it. Also, excuse me, we also have a $5, this many, use the thumb, Brian, $5 level where you get advanced looks at some of our writing, some of the videos that we're starting to work on, and just some other surprises. Hopefully, the $5 level is going to be pretty busy. It'll keep you occupied, and $10 will get you a PDF of our works once we get that put together. Like I said, right now it's not up. I'm not going to take it down for the moment, but anyway. Please go to Brian K. Morris on Patreon. Also support other creators that are on here that have their own Patreon pages, such as Bobby Nash, BobbyNash.com as well. Also, Francesco, artist, is on there. We support him. John B. Pica has a Patreon page. And if I've left anyone else out, I apologize. But please check it out. It's a great way to support the people that you care about and whose creativity makes you happy. So anyway, and also speaking of people that make me happy, I want to give a shout out to Randy Zimmerman and the and Varian Grant in the Indie Volt network. We were on yesterday on the Sunday Funnies show. Been trying to get on there for the longest time, but the timing wasn't right till yesterday. And Randy and I had a wonderful conversation about the 80s and 90s and the aughts, about being in the comic industry. I was a part-time publisher of mini comics, and he was doing things like Arrow Comics, Tales of the Aniverse, and other great Arrow comics from that era. And we just had a wonderful conversation. Then Varian Grant showed up along with Mark Darden, who has currently got a Kickstarter going for a character called Guano Man. And it's funny. It's a funny comic. So please give Mark Darden, that's Dardan, some love. And check out the work because he's also a stand-up comic. That's his day job. That's pretty cool stuff. And if you're wondering what that show is all about, it runs most Sundays at 9 a.m. because Indie Volt owns the 9s, I hear. So anyway, this is what the show I was on yesterday was all about.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Like I said, every Sunday at 9 a.m. check out the Sunday Funnies with Randy Zimmerman. Great conversations all the time on indievolt.com. Also check out their Facebook and YouTube presences for Indie Volt. And we had a goodly number of listeners on the radio station, I'm pleased to say. So hopefully we brought some glory to the Indie Volt network there, and we will be coming back soon. And Randy Zimmerman we are going to agree. He is going on a date for a clever title pending episode. So all you comic fans, please show up for Randy Zimmerman. Great broadcaster, great guy, great creator. And let's see, what do we have next? Let's see, like I said, this week, Coco Con, and we've got some really cool people coming up for clever title pending, such as Amy Hale, Brian Wensloff, Nick Tockert, and a whole bunch of other people I haven't written down in this book yet. So anyway, please check it out. Clever Title Pending on YouTube and on Facebook, also on the Rising Tide Network page. And Carl Wisman asks from Facebook, Joe McKeel, do you know something that we don't? Does something have to happen today? Can we all have a day off from 2020? It doesn't sound like it, no. But anyway, we've also got some people I see on my phone here that we need to say hello to. Haven't said hello to me. Sam Campbell, good to see you, buddy. Hope your day is going well. Travis Gibb, as always, a pleasure to have you here. John B. Pica, see you loitering there. Hope you're feeling better today. And Rochelle Esther, as always, glad to see you. And who else do we have here? Christian Basil, the legend of the traveling TARDIS himself, nearing 40,000 likes on his Facebook page. Please check out the legend of the traveling TARDIS and hashtag become part of the legend. We'll run a spot for Christian later. And Amy Hale is here. Amy, mwah, I hope everyone isn't scaring you off of that procedure. It's okay. Amy's having a little sensitive procedure done today, so everyone please send her some positive energy and some love. She deserves it. She needs it, and she needs the love of the Nevermorians. Oh, and speaking of people I got to talk to, I'm scrolling ahead. Oh boy, we got comments. And Michaela Jade is here. Mwah! Hello, everyone, and please check out Clever Title Pending last week. We had Michaela on, and she was amazing, a fantastic guest, and everyone loves her. Everyone loves the show, so please check it out. She is awesome on there. And Joe McKeel, thank you for starting your watch party with us. Definitely appreciated it, as always. And Brian Rodman says, good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Let us tackle the week like a child would attack a grizzly bear in the woods, and maybe the odds be in our favor. Yes, and also, check out BrianRodman.com, Memoirs of an Angel. Read the next 2 episodes. Thank you, Brian. Wow, great book. Really excited about that. And plus, he's mailing out the current issue right now from his latest Kickstarter campaign. So good on you, Brian. Also, this week, as if that weren't enough, the Dastardly Dingoes podcast will be dropping a new episode. And I understand, and this will be really important for the folks listening on radio, I understand the guy who wears a fez. It'd be like the old Joe Friday thing from Dragnet. We're investigating a homicide on the north end of Lafayette. And who am I? I wear a fez. Anyway, Carl Witzman from YouTube says, makes note not to share coffee with Donna if she's too snippy. Donna, you may have to decaffeinate. Anyway, but we love you, Donna. And David Atkins, good to see you. Welcome to another episode of The Old Man with the Tassel. Old man, do we say? Well, let's see. Let's check with Ultraman on that. What do you say about this rampant ageism that you're seeing here? Let's see. Let's get it right here. Okay, this one's for you, David. Ultraman says, don't pick on the host. And can we get an amen? Oh, Batman seconds that emotion, and Superman thinks it's pretty smart. And Christian Basil is horrified at you. But anyway, welcome to the usual show here. We love you, David. Thanks for your comment. But yeah, anyway, we will be discussing creation of characters, plot destruction, and dissecting opinions and feelings of peace and calm. Or maybe not. I'm opting for maybe not, because I got to catch up with your comments here. And Carleen, you brought her to tears. No more coffee. Donna, I'll bring you some, okay? And Ted Davies says, enjoy an interview that I was privileged to host with Charles F. Milhouse. Yeah, check that out. I finished listening to that last night. That was a good interview. Ted Davies is actually a sensational interviewer. He really is. I think he's one of the best in our peer group here. When our peer group's pretty large, and there's a lot of competition for that. So definitely check that show out, because he is a fantastic interviewer. And also check out his monthly show with Carl Witzman about cigar appreciation. That's really it's a lot more interesting to a non-smoker than you might think. It's really makes me happy to listen to it. You guys are great on that show. And David Atkins' new sketches were put up late last night, and one was great at distressing while the other was not. When a project becomes more stressful than pleasure, do you force a continue or find other projects? It depends on where your head's at, I guess. I would keep going, because some of my favorite pieces are distressing. I'm thinking of comic work by the Graham Ingalls from the great ECs of the 1950s. He didn't sign his work ghastly for no reason at all, I'm telling you. And someone who isn't ghastly is Bradley Jerome Bunkowski. Glad to see you here, Bradley. Hope your morning's going well. Thank you for being here. Pleasure to see you as always. And Carl Wiseman from YouTube says, we've secretly replaced Donna's Folgers coffee with bitter disappointment crystals. Let's see if she can tell the difference. I think she's already starting to detect it. And Carl, it's been good to know you. Yeah. So anyway, that's like a thing I saw Dennis Leary when that Folgers ad was popular. he was doing so. I think it was an MTV special, and he introduced it with like, "We've replaced Keith Richards' bloodstream with Folger's crystals. Let's see if he can tell. Let's see if anyone notices the difference." And Glenn Fleming from the across the great big blue wobbly thing. Glenn B. Fleming, glad to see you. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? Glenn is a prolific writer, prolific publisher, and a wonderful, wonderful guy. Thank you for showing up yesterday during Sunday Funnies. That was so cool. And Glenn, put in a link to your work, please. Let's introduce our people to what you do. And speaking of what you do, Brian Rodman says, bought Sandestein last night. Well, thank you. I cannot wait to read it, my friend. Everyone head to Amazon and pick up your copy if you haven't already. That's right. And I got to move the comics I brought and didn't use for Randy Zimmerman's broadcast yesterday. We were going to show off comics and I never got around to it. But anyway, this is the book he's referring to, Sandestein, the post-holiday Prometheus. It's a fun read, and this is the reason for the season. In fact, it's good for 2 seasons, all right? Anyway, check it out. If The Nightmare Before Christmas was too warm and fuzzy for you, then I think this is a must-read. Anyway, Sandestein, available on Amazon and Smashwords. Thank you, Brian Rodman. I hope you enjoy it, man. And please leave me a review on Amazon and or Goodreads when you're done. That would help me a lot, and I would be so grateful. You know how grateful I can get. And Carl Wisman says, David, some projects just need to be finished, stress or not. Others can be tossed. I agree with that. And there's a whole lot of kitties there from Carleen. Kitties are good, right? They're delicious. Anyway, Carl Wisman, it's just a joke, Carly. You're fine. Oh, there's Carl Wisman dancing on the razor's edge with Carly, and I'm betting on the razor. Author Michaela Jade, Saturday the 17th. I will be on Reels and Heels. Oh, excellent, with Brian Wenzoff, who will be with us on the 27th of the month. That's going to be great. Cool. I'm just sorry. I'll catch you on the rerun, okay? Because I'll be in Kokomo, Indiana at the time. And we got any artists here? I have a question for artists, asks David Atkins from YouTube. I have a cover to create for new book, and how do you draw the same female in multiple poses with the same face when you do not have a reference for it? So if anyone does art, please give David a reply here, please. And Joe Bachman says, a quick plug for an event coming up in my town. Well, on the subject of Halloween, we are doing Art Dark in the Park. I like that name, Dark in the Park, a haunted trail through Twin Oaks Park in New Chicago, Indiana. If you're in the area October 24th between 5 and 9 p.m., be sure to stop by. That sounds cool. I'm not sure I've been to New Chicago. Keep me in the loop about that, Joe. That sounds like fun. And if Alexa becomes sentient, Joe McKeel will be the first man down. Yeah, probably, after the way he was tormenting mine the other night. Joe was giving some Alexa commands, and I didn't realize I was sitting next to my wife's Kindle. And I can only imagine what the neighbors must have thought if I'd had the windows open, me yelling, Alexa, shut the up. After a while, because Joe was setting mine off. Then I made the mistake of mentioning, and I just set it off in the other room. Sorry, honey. It's Joe McKeel's fault. Honey, say, Alexa, sound the red alert. Oh, darn. Okay. Joe said that the other night, and Alexa went into meltdown mode. She started playing the klaxons from Star Trek, and was telling me to get to the shuttle bay and everything. It was funny as hell. I was laughing too. This one I just let it run because it's like.
Okay, try it again.
Okay, Alexa, sound the red alert. Isn't that funny, honey?
Somebody has too much time on their hands.
That would be Joe. That's our Joe dog. Cookie will not kill you, Joe dog. She found it amusing. And thus, if you amuse her, you may live another day. Maybe. I can't. Don't count on it, though. And most likely, Carl's and Joe McKeel. And Jeffrey Hayes, good morning to you. Good morning. Great Monday morning. Great start to make it a great day. And Jeffrey is our sponsor for this episode from Plasma Fire Graphics. And Jeffrey, the other file isn't loading for some reason for me. I got it on my computer, but we haven't gotten it up to StreamYard yet. But we do have this one here that it's about time for a spot here. That's what we used to call it in television. As I go down to where it is, check out plasmafiregraphics.com. They do some good work. Actually, let me show what they can do for you.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original SKYMAN battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Definitely check out the original SKYMAN battles the Master of Steam, and be watching for new announcements of some upcoming SKYMAN projects. Please sign up for our newsletter at risingtide.pub or PM me on Facebook with your email address, and I promise we do not we do not distribute it in any way. We don't sell, trade, give it away, or nothing. We're selfish with it. But anyway, please check it out. And also check out plasmafiregraphics.com when the look of your book matters to you. Great stuff, Jeffrey. Thank you. But no, I think it's the internet signal in here or something. It will get put up there. Jeffrey on his own gave me a couple of extra spots here, and I haven't loaded. I've been trying to load up the second one for him, and I forgot to load up the other one, if you know what I mean. So anyway, we will get that done. But the hashtag from Clyde Hall: bring Cookie home and to Kokomo. Thank you. Thank you, Clyde Hall. We are working on that first part, and the second part we're going to accomplish next week. Don't forget KokomoCon at the Kokomo Convention Center at 1500 North Reed Road. If you are interested, admission at the door will be $15. All safety precautions will be maintained. And what else is going on there? And if you want to get an advance admission, which will be one of the masks, they have made breathing masks with the KokomoCon logo on. I'm going to get one for Cookie anyway. And because they have purple. But anyway, it's going to be a great show. We've got a couple Power Rangers. Check out the Comics Cubed in Kokomo page on Facebook, and also check out Sean D. Hilton. That's SHAWN, D as in delightful, and Hilton as in Paris, and I don't mean France. Anyway, thank you, Clyde Hall. I appreciate you, man, so much. And Carl Witzman, Alexa, Joe, you've hacked me for the last time. Zap. I like that. Ryan Rodman says, everyone, Fez Alert, the new episode of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast just dropped. None other than our captain himself, Brian K. Morris. Head to bit.ly/dastdingos and check out this thick episode where we had entirely too much fun talking about all things nerdy. Yes, the shows usually run. There is a problem if you invite me to your show. You're going to run long. I'm in with this group of creators who were probably vaccinated with the phonograph needle early in their lives, and I just can't shut up is the problem. And Dwayne Dowers, thank you for tuning in. Glad to have you here. I hope you're having a great Monday morning. Indigenous People Day. We don't call it that other name anymore. That's just not right. And speaking of Brian Rodman and the Dastardly Dingoes, there's the other half of the dingoes themselves. I willingly submit to our robot overlords. Well, that may buy you a little time, Jeremy. And once your internal organs are harvested for their internal lubrication fluids, you will be treated with the apt amount of mercy, which is none, but we can expect no less from our new robotic overlords. Thank you, Jeremy Woodring. Good to have you here, brother. And Skeletor, yeah, there he is hanging up behind me. This is, right here. Ted Davies drew this for me, just out of the kindness of his heart. And I put it next to my Orko and next to my Patrick Troughton. So you know it holds a place of honor. I'm going to get some better sticky for it to put it against the wall. The I have a frame, but it doesn't quite fit it yet. Darn it! So I got to go out and look for one. Joe D. McPhee, morning, Brian K. Morris, morning all. Joe D. McPhee, always a pleasure to have you here. Hope you're having a great Monday morning. Glad to have you here. And Carly, says David Atkins, I totally agree. I'm working hard on finding the impossible references for that book cover. In Her Head is great, though. One is a badass, one is playful, one is intelligent, and one is an actress, and one is a dessert topping. No, wait, I added that last one. No, that sounds cool. We're looking at a cover like that for one of our books soon. I hope you get your references, sir. And my morning is going good, says Brian Hawkins. Excellent. Watching the show while I enjoy a bowl of Frankenberry, the delicious, nutritious holiday treat. That is true. Everyone loves it. It's like fruitcake around the Christmas. Everybody's got to have some Frankenberry. And there she is, the one, the only author, Michaela Jade, and she is at Barnes & Noble with that fantastic book of hers, Warrior's Secret. Check out the work of Michaela Jade, and check out Michaela Jade. I would, but I get my face slapped. Anyway, had to jump to YouTube. Facebook wasn't playing nice. Well, I'm seeing that my image, at least, is not pixelated this morning. That's kind of cool. We're doing some things to make sure the signal stays strong here, because really your viewing pleasure matters to me, and I'm here for your pleasure. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. And David Atkins, Frankenberry is the bomb. Blueberry is the best cereal ever made. They're both good. I love them both. Oh, that reminds me. I don't have it with me here, but I picked up something at Walmart yesterday. We were taking a friend around to do some supplies before the winter set in, and she didn't have to go out and kill the things herself. But anyway, they have every Thanksgiving. Universal releases compilation sets of their classic monsters, and I picked up the Frankenstein yesterday. It's no secret, I love Frankenstein, and I picked up the one, and it has all 8 Frankenstein films with a glow-in-the-dark cover, and it's really keen. And in a couple of days, I'm probably going to go back and get as many of the rest of them that are there. But I know they also have like a Dracula, all the Draculas from Bela Lugosi on to the end of the Universal film era. And this doesn't include any others like Hammer films or any of those, unfortunately. But they also had the Mummy, the Werewolf, the Wolfman, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. 4 of them, at least 4. And I think there are 1 or 2 more, but I can't think of what they were. Brian Wenzoff, if he was here, he'd know. But no, I'm really looking forward to getting. And yeah, I'm going to get some that overlap. But it's basically, the Invisible Man. I think the Invisible Man's one of them. And that ought to be fun. I love the old Universal horror films. Those delighted and frightened me when I was a mere youth. I remember the first time I saw it, and Carl and Carly will probably remember this, Way Out Theater on Thursday nights on Channel 3, WCIA in Champaign, Illinois. And I had been reading like Famous Monsters of Filmland and other things, and I was just so excited that I was going to get, my mom and dad were going to let me see a real monster film. I think I was like 5. I had to be like 5 or 6 at the time. And I remember sitting on the couch next to mom. She's going to let me, they usually let me, they made me go to bed at 8 o'clock because of school. But I generally stayed up, this night I stayed up till 10:30. I think they made me take a nap. But be that as it may, I remember sitting beside mom, ready for the show to start. So excited, I'm going to see my first horror film. And at the end of the news broadcast at 10, they would run a like 15, 20-second clip of the movie to follow on the late night movie before CBS started providing late, competition to the Tonight Show. But anyway, what the clip they ran was, there was this one S-shaped path through a park, and you see a constable running down this path with his arms over his head in total terror, and it's followed by this empty pair of pants. I saw the pants, I freaked, I ran screaming into my bedroom, slammed the door shut, and threw the covers over my head. I had never known so much terror in my life. And my mom and dad had to coax me out of there. I was hysterical. And they, of course, they bribed me with with food and drink, and I braved it. I braved the horror movie, and ever since then, it's been a total love affair with monsters and horror and all things imaginative ever since. But anyway, it was good stuff. And Cindy Kep says, you need some great fall reading material, so fall into Smashwords and check out my work. Thank you, Cindy Kep. You are so good to me. And she's continuing to be wonderful to me and saying, need to go to Amazon too. And don't forget right now, thank you, Cindy Kep. Get Cindy Kep's work, too. Also, go to CKOEPP.com and check out not only her fantastic, beautiful, clean loading website, but also check out her work. Her brand new book, Animalize, is going to be turned into a graphic novel. But if you don't want to wait till then, check it out at Amazon and also at bearpublications.com. And please sign up for her newsletter when you go to her website, because it is bombdigalicious. It's a fantastic read every month. She does some good work in that. But anyway, also don't forget, please, if you enjoy this show, you'll enjoy my writing. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove, part memoir, part grimoire, and of course Sandestein. It is sold in 6 different countries, including America and Canada. So please check it out. We would love it if you did. Sandestein, we are very proud of that book, and we hope that you will pick it up and enjoy it. It's the right season. It's always the season for Sandestein. And the lovely Michaela says, Carl Witzman, and my Christian isn't here. I think he's just lurking today. And I'm not going to give a reason why. But anyway, hello, Carl and Brian Hawkins, also from YouTube, says David Atkins had some booberry the other day. Oh yeah, load up on booberry. And Christian. Geez, I know, Carl, we've got competition, but he's got that voice. Well, you two both have a better voice than I do, and I am going to be there. Good, Teresa. Good to see that. I'm glad. And Carl, I like you too, but I like being on Donna's good side. And Cookie just doesn't care. But anyway. So anyway, and we've got some more people to say hello to. I am going to catch up, folks. And let's see. Here we go. And Carl Witzman says she shares. And Carl says, Michaela says, oh, Carl, well, okay then. And Jessica Johnson is here to provide some dignity to this occasion. And Lord knows we need it. Mwah, Jessica, good morning to you. Hope your morning's going well. She also has a link up to the Facebook page for Heroes for Kids out of Perrysville, Missouri. They're an incredible group of cosplayers who set up at conventions to bring people to your show, and also to raise money for the kids in the community. They have a bunch of really cool, one-of-a-kind science fiction and geek stuff items, cool geek and nerd items that you will want to put into your collection. So contact Jessica Johnson or find them at a show when we start having them. They would be glad to have you check out their stuff. We all like our stuff checked out. And also check out Heroes for Kids Comic-Con happening in July of 2021. Great show. The first time out, it's going to be even better. And the cool thing is, the proceeds from it, whether you're buying a ticket or you're getting a table, and tables are still available, part of it will be wind up as a donation to the Missouri National Veterans Memorial and the St. Jude Children's Hospital Network. So please check out the Facebook page, and definitely come see us out there. I will be there. Amy Hill will be there. I think Eric Hawkins is planning on being there. It's going to be a great time. And a wide bowl of goods covered in wet white milk, sweet and delicious as you stick your utensil in to taste the pleasure it brings. Brings memory of great times when you finally turn it up and drink, says David Atkins. Oh, and David will be distributing cigarettes for everyone now. And Carl Wisman said Donna would probably like a day off. Yeah, it sounds like whatever Carl has intention, you'll probably wind up babysitting. That's the way it works with me and Cookie. And LMAO, I thought you said 40,000 licks for Christian. I don't think Christian could get. I think Christian wouldn't last any longer than a Tootsie Roll Pop, if you know what I mean. But it's worth. Yeah. Give 40,000 licks to Christian, and please go to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS page on Facebook and give that page a like, because this man is nearing, like I said, 40,000 likes. And I probably did say licks. So who knows? But anyway, if you're wondering what we're talking about, here it is.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Hashtag become part of the legend. Check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And we had a special episode last Saturday for Kathy, or on the day of Kathy Jackson's release party. And thank you to everyone who showed up for my segment in that. I appreciate it greatly. But yeah, we did a special thing for a convention, a special virtual appearance. And we talked about the doctors and which Halloween monster might he encounter, or she. And it was a lot of fun. And Michaela Jade was there. She was fantastic. I still have to research the episode you mentioned. I think I know you're right, but I just can't remember which one that was. But Michaela was awesome on there. The whole panel was fantastic. It was a good time. We had fun. And Michaela Jade echoes all of our sentiments, said, "It's okay, Amy Hale. You'll be fine, and we love you." We do love you, Amy. You will be fine. Jessica Johnson further explains, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con will happen July 17th, 2021 in Perrysville, Missouri. Proceeds will benefit the Missouri National Veterans Memorial Wall and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Space is still available, so contact Jessica Johnson for details and information and data and stuff like that, and other Star Trek characters. Anyway, enjoy it. And also, if you enjoy really fun conversation, check out Stupid O'Clock. What's the theme? They don't know. They never do when they start broadcasting. It's that cool. Anyway, check out it. Check out the show on YouTube every Thursday night at 9 p.m. rather Eastern. Sorry, Joe, or 11 p.m. on Saturdays. And it's a great show. Really love listening to the conversation and getting involved in that. And Carlene says goes quietly into corner to weaken her coffee with her tears. Oh, she's in misery, and here I am laughing. Kufefe. Brian, you heartless. Anyway, Cindy Cap says, always tip your host. Thank you, Cindy. And that's a good reminder there. I appreciate that so much. Cindy reminds me of all the stuff I should be doing if I was halfway a good director. But anyway, if you enjoy the look and the sound of what you're seeing here, please consider leaving a tip. All tips will go towards the improvement of the look of our publications and the show. And we've done some stuff. Well, I think we've tweaked the show up a bit from a few months ago, but any donation is sincerely appreciated. So please check it out. It's in the crawl below at the very bottom of the screen. If you're having trouble reading it, it is paypal.me, paypal.me /Rising Tide BKM. Everything, it's all one word, and Rising Tide is in lowercase, BKM is in capitals, but that's paypal.me /Rising Tide BKM. All contributions will be privately acknowledged and also gratefully acknowledged too, believe me. But we'll leave that crawl up there for a few minutes, and please check it out. We would appreciate it. Also, don't forget we have a Patreon page where you can support us on an ongoing basis. And sometime this week, I'm feeling generous. I'm going to drop another chapter in the first draft Flash novel. Chapter 3, I believe it will be. And then we are going to also drop the, for $5 and above, we are going to drop the first chapter of the Santa Sign audiobook for your listening pleasure. Cookie is currently working on that, getting that done. We're on the downhill slope on that, and hopefully you get it released either by the end of the year or early next. So, and you can listen to the dulcet tones of Mr. David E. Laker emote this wonderful book I'm so very proud of. And poor Carly, says Carl Wisman, with all the sympathy he can muster. And Michaela Jade says, tosses her plans and heads to the corner with Carly. She knows where the power is in that house, I'm telling you. And Cindy Cap, sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter for cool info, fun links, and other fun stuff. It is the bomb diggity. Cindy Kep is too. CKOEPP.com. Sign up for her newsletter, then come back and sign up for mine. You can do that at risingtide.pub, or you can contact me on Facebook or anywhere where you're watching this program. and send me your email address, and I will input it myself. I will do it. And OMG, David, really? Says Teresa Dunn. Oh, yeah. And David Atkins says, I approve 40,000 licks. Well, there you go. And I approve this message. And my wife would love to be tribute. I get my final procedure for my tooth on Wednesday, hoping I finally get to eat normal food. Getting tired of soft foods. I can imagine you are. Well, there we go. And Carlene goes, thanks, Michaela. At least you love me. And hello to Christian. Hashtag Dinoporn, says Sarah. Yes, that's right. This is the home of, this is your source for Dinoporn. And of course, we all have these happy customers. Yep, there's Christian Basil when he finally did the search after I told him not to. And this is the glorious result. And Sarah, you'll love this. A week ago, I was talking with Christian before one of our broadcasts, and he asked if I still had that because I didn't want to overuse that graphic. You know, we all find it amusing, but I wasn't sure really how he felt about it being a source of my humor. And he said, do you still have that graphic in your files? And I said, yeah, I do. I said, but if you want me to take it down, I will, because I love you. And he said, if you take that down, I'm putting it back in again. So I'm like, okay, it's a keeper. So, and speaking of keepers, there's Mary Dumas. Wow. Mary is a wonderful creator of comics and other wonderful things. Please check out her work on Facebook. She's awesome. And we all love Carly, says Carl Witzman. We do, or we kill for the chance to. And Michaela Jade says, Carly, yep, us girls got to stick together. And hello, Michaela, says Teresa Dunn from YouTube. And hi, Teresa, says Michaela Jade from YouTube also. And also saying hello from YouTube is Trevor Hawkins. Hello to you, my friend. Glad to see you. Hope your Monday's going well. Hope your weekend went well. That would be a pleasant change, wouldn't it? Anyway, thank you for being here, Trevor. Always appreciate you being here, man. It's a great source of comfort to me. And you paid me back, Brian. My Alexa just sounded off every time. Okay, cool, Joe. Glad I can return the favor, and one of us should be learning a lesson from it, but I'm not sure which one. And probably be neither one of us now that I think about it. And Snazzy Trailer. Thank you, Cindy Kepin. That trailer came from Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. And also, if you love a good firm book trailering, they're my go-to. I love them. They do great stuff. And Jody McPhee says, if you get a chance, look at my latest Kickstarter campaign for my comic series, Amazonia. It is about Eliza Masters coming back to her hometown after being falsely accused of murder, where a business mogul has complete control of her town. She must reestablish herself while defending the town. The Kickstarter is at that edition. Please check out Amazonia. I remember seeing that. That looks good. I need to get down there and say hello to that Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, definitely give it some support. Brian tested, Nevermind approved. All right, but please, how many days do you have left in the campaign, Joe? If we need to put a sense of urgency on that or not. Okay, Carlene says Carl is making up by getting me more coffee. Yeah, ask for a cup this time. It sounds like it's strong enough to hold its own shape. And Sarah says Brian just said that kitties are delicious. Good to know more about my friends. Yeah. Yeah, as she suddenly blocks me on Facebook and every other social media. I don't care. I don't care who wants to call me right now. Folks, I'm on the air. All right. And Joe McKeel says, hashtag keep Cookie home. Homes. Keep Cookie home so I don't die. No, as long as I can keep amusing her, you and I are both safe, if only barely. And you have the advantage of not being me. So let me get. I have an app here that tells me if I'm getting crank calls or not. And yeah, this is a crank call from East Central Illinois. So let's call up Facebook again. See the slick production on the show. I need a producer so badly. Oh, there we go. We're back. Yes, excellent. And let's see. Let's get that. All right, let's hit that. And okay, there we go. Excellent. Thank you. We're back on track again. And T.L. Shively, just in time for her. Mwah! Hi, Orko, she says, and there's my Evil Lynn. How are you, Evil Lynn? Evil Lynn, as T.L. Shively, usually leaves the notice of Skeletor. Right there, Skeletor. And comes down to glare at Castle Grayskull and also to sell you some of her books. She's an amazing author and a dear friend. Please check out the work of T.L. Shively on Amazon because she's awesome and you will love it. And you're going to run along, hashtag drink. Got you there. I always do. Long and hard. And Rick Bradley says, good morning, Evermorians. Good morning to you, Rick Bradley. You picked the wrong time to show up. Anyway, Rick, we are glad you're here. Check him out on Amazon. Also, authorrickbradley.com, an incredible, incredible author. And internal lubrication liquids, enough said, OMG. Well, take another drink, Sarah, for me. I'm busy. I got to catch up with your comments. Carl Winsman, I was afraid that I'd miss something, but I see that the comments are way ahead of our brave hosts. Well, you guys are so prolific in talking. I love it, though. You look and sound great on YouTube. Well, thank you, Sarah. We have a better special effects budget. There I am about 80 pounds lighter and have hair. So please check me out on YouTube. And don't forget to please subscribe to my channel. We've got 120 some people, and we'd love to have more because we actually get like another benefit, I think, at 500. And we are almost a quarter of the way there. Last time I looked. So please, we would love it if you could check out our YouTube page. We have special videos. We also have a couple playlists of some music I enjoy that you might enjoy too. It's very varied. It's everything from the Ting Tings to the Beatles to who else? A couple of that you can't play on the air, and many you can't play on the air, to Weird Al Yankovic. It is a wide and varied and sometimes frightening look at my musical taste. But anyway, please check us out on YouTube. We also have recent episodes of Clever Title Pending and Nevermind the Furthermore there, which you might enjoy. So anyway, Carl Wisman says, much better today here on the Book of Faces. Well, good than on the Book of Faces. Cool, Carl. We made sure that like I said, we got that... oh, pardon me. Oh, excuse me. I think I got another one. Okay. I muted that one. And it sounds like the wind's picking up. I suspect we're going to get some rain here at the compound fairly soon. I feel the temperature dropping. Anyway, but yeah, we made an effort. We've got like a Frankenstein way to plug directly into the router, and we were using it for once. And I do check myself out on that's one of the reasons I watch myself on my phone here, because I get an idea of how good I looked. Well, yesterday when I was on Sunday Funnies, I did kind of get a little fuzzy around the edges for part of it, but it picked up towards the end. Please check out yesterday's Sunday Funnies on the Indie Volt video network. Had a great time with Randy Zimmerman, who will be joining me on a future Clever Title Pending. We're going to agree on a date soon. And we're almost booked up for the end of the year. And Michaela Jace mocks Sarah with her laughter. Oh, dear. And Brian Hawkins, notice all those Universal collections have the Abbott and Costello movies on them, too. Hey, I love that. When I watched Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein when I was younger, and I'm like, oh, this is not like the best thing for either of them. They're making laughter at my favorite scary people. But I went and rewatched it like a couple of years ago, and it's a genius movie. It really is. And if you watch it, it does nothing to make the monsters look foolish. And at the same time, it does nothing to diminish the laughs coming out of Abbott and Costello, who did other, ghost movies and stuff like that. So it's actually a much better film than I gave it credit for when I was much younger. I didn't appreciate it then, but now it's I really enjoy it, and I think the Invisible Man one will have the Abbott and Costello meets the Invisible Man. I'll let you know when I pick it up, because I really want those. I love those. Those are great films. Sarah says, Michaela, my brain this morning, it's dangerous in there. That's when you're at your best, darling. That's when you're most beguiling. So we should be talking later. Anyway, Brian Rodman says, well, my fellow Nevermorians, you'll hear it here first. My Patreon just launched last night, and for everyone who joins the team, we have a free download of my sequential poem, The Legend of Black Ennis. I hope I said that right. Head on over to patreon.com/Brian Rodman and help me make quality comics for you to enjoy. Brian Rodman, please PM me the link. PM me the link. I will be among your first subscribers. Please support the work of Brian Rodman. That is great, Brian. Proud of you, man. Proud of you. And Brian, when you were 5, I was still in amniotic fluid, says Carl Witzman. That's fine, Carl. I can deal with that as long as you get the hell off my lawn. You know what I'm saying? And then mow it, and then get off of it again. All right? I can't help it. My mother couldn't wait to have me. All right. Soon learned her lesson. Anyway, I smell breakfast cooking. Thinks about getting dressed. Oh, you're not dressed, Michaela? Video or it didn't happen. Anyway, getting dressed is overrated. Yeah. Getting completely dressed is overrated too. That's why I'm not standing up. And Brian Nance, haven't talked to you in ages. Morning, everyone. How are you, Brian Nance? Good to see you, my man. I hope you're having a great Monday morning this October 12th. All right, almost halfway to Halloween. And David Atkins, I try to stay undressed as long as possible. Thanks, David. I am in favor of undressing for swimming, cooking, playing video games, reading, writing, and sleeping. It keeps visitors away, and my wife enjoys it well. Result twice. I don't cook in a state of undress. I should probably wear armor when I cook. One word, splatters. 2 words, hot splatters. Michaela Jade, Sarah, you're right. And besides, there's room under the covers for friends. That's true. Hashtag. I thought we were going to get hashtag. Exactly, Michaela. Well, next time I visit you, Sarah, I know where we can have our confab. Anyway, Cindy Kep says, go to Patreon where you can get some terrific content from lots of great artistic sorts like Brian K. Morris. Thank you. Nick Tockert, The League of Impossibles, that's a Johnny Nash. No, he's not with us anymore, darn it. Bobby Nash, who's an even better writer, Stephen Rowland, and Frozen Creek Studios. Definitely check them out. There's some great stuff going on Patreon. Check out, especially I can vouch. I got to sign up for Nick Tockert too. But anyway, Bobby Nash and League of Impossibles are prolific with their rewards for their supporters. Please check them out. Check out all the names on there, and I would love it if you signed up for mine too. I would, even $1 a month will get you something. All right, and we've got an idea for a when we do our grand opening. To encourage people to sign up. Let's just say that the book I'm working on there, which is apart from Aquatic and Volcana, the book I'm working on there, you get a chance to comment and to maybe guide the next draft or future chapters, because I'm writing it by the seat of my pants for once. That's going to be my National Novel Writing Month project, to get more chapters done on that book. That's what we're spending NaNoWriMo doing. And we're also going to be trying to become a support hub for it too, at least online. So we'll take care of my Nevermorians. And David Atkins, keeping my wife happy and stress-free is my heaven, and will do whatever possible to keep her happy. You sound like a good husband, David. That's the way to survive this marriage thing, I'm telling you. It's kept me alive for 29 and a half years. And the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is looking for some 1,200 new likes. For more info on all things Doctor Who, go become part of the legend. Yes, check it out. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com and Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on Facebook. And that's where we want to direct you, so that Christian Basil can get his 40K likes on there. Really great shows. Check out the one we had Saturday. It's always a fun time with Christian. He's a great host, and he's been doing some great October-themed Doctor Who shows. You will love the conversation. Finally found Donna Carlene's book again, The Seduction of Lily Monroe. Oh, good. They put it back up. Excellent. Go to lulu.com. Check out that link there, and check out the work of Donna Carlene. She's amazing. We love it. And 18 and older, please. If you are looking for something for your second grade book report, this is not your book, okay? we will be, however, we do recommend our novelization of Two Girls, One Cup. We'll be having that link later. Be careful about dropping all those things. They might break. Like when I drop names and such. Yeah, I remember I was complaining to Stan Lee about that once. Anyway, Michaela J., do you know what happens when I limp around the house naked? Things bounce that shouldn't. At this point, clothing has become safety equipment. Well, if you need any help, carrying that stuff around, just call me, Michaela. I'm there. I'm there for you, girl. I'm here to help. Anyway, poor limping Michaela. Aren't you getting better? Yes, Michaela injured herself last week at her day job, and it looked horrific. She sent me a picture of it. And somebody pointed out that when women find things that are icky, they say, hey, come look at this. When guys say, hey, smell this or taste this, it's like, I looked at Michaela's injury. It turns out it sounds like it's just a bad sprain on her leg. But I looked at that and thought, oh boy, somebody's got a date with a surgeon. It was horrific. And I can eat breakfast during an autopsy, so that should give you an idea of how bad it was. And good morning, all, says Amy Hale. And it's my fault I haven't gotten to it. Mwah, darling, hope you're doing better. And and don't worry about it. You will be fine. It's just I'm told it sounds worse than it really is. And I'm a great big chicken, so that's why I never had it done. Carl, says Michaela Jade from YouTube, is a little better. No crutches, still limping, and entire foot is purple. Yeah, I suffered a knee injury right after I moved here to Indiana 6 years ago. And my whole lower, I landed on the floor on my knee. I tripped over something, and my knee took the full weight of it. I can walk on it. It's actually almost back to normal and has been for some time. But for the next couple of weeks, I had like this purple patch that was like moving around that lower extremity from the sole of my foot up to that knee. I think I busted some capillaries and they were rerouting themselves or something, but it was hideous. I kept hoping, man, I hope I don't have to go in and get this thing cut off. That would suck. Anyway, Cindy Kemp says, there we go. Come on, Cindy. We can do this. There we go. And if you need artwork for Book Swag, check out the work of Bill Sarden, Art76 on Facebook, and also Matt Ostrom at mattostrom.com. Thank you for the reminder, Cindy. We've got a great network of great people, talented people. If we need book covers or interior designers or folks to design our swag, we do not lack for talented people. We are so blessed. And Carl Witzman sees the room spin there. And 6 days, says Joe D. McPhee. Okay, definitely Joe D. McPhee left a link for his book, Amazonia. Please check it out. Please support it on Kickstarter. I will be glad if you do. And Nick Tocker says, good morning, Nevermorians. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. I did, Nick. I spent what felt like most of the day broadcasting on Saturday and got some work done on a article I'm writing for someone right now. And we did Kathy Jackson's book party on Saturday morning, and apparently I never got I only got the book title right. It was Written on His Heart. It's a brand new release on Amazon from Seventh Star Press. Please check it out. Check out the work of Kathy Jackson. She writes inspirational romance, but with a little bit of spice to it. Check it out, please. All right. And then in the afternoon, we did a special episode, Michaela J. and I, and some of the other Nevermorians, on Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I've been on twice this week, and I've had a blast both times. And I was so happy when Melanie and I revealed that we shared a love for Peter Cushing as the Doctor. It made me happy. And half of us were thinking about fan fiction for the rest of the day. And T.L. Shively, I see Skeletor. He is awesome. That is from Ted Davies, Other Hand Idiot. And Ted did that. He did a wonderful job on that. And it took too long to get that up there. Shut up, Christian. And but anyway, it's a gorgeous piece of art, and I thank Ted Davies so much for that. It is so wonderful. And there she is, the woman of the weekend, Kathy Jackson. Good morning, all hugs. Mwah to you, Kathy Jackson. And I'm sorry I kept butchering Written on Her Heart. But it's Written on Their Heart is a great book. Check out the work of Kathy Jackson, and don't listen to a word I say. It's Written on His Heart. Let me check that. Am I right? Yes, written on his heart. Yes, Kathy and Matthew. Apparently, my inability to ad lib their name. Well, I was ad libbing the name of their of her newest release. I am seriously sorry about that, Kathy. I apologize. But I love you, and I'm grateful you're tolerant of me. It's like he's never doing another book launch party of mine again, that moron. But no, pick up Written on Skeletor's Heart from Seventh Star Press by Kathy Jackson. Kathy's like, I'm going to slap you when I see you. I love you, but I'm going to slap you. She doesn't spank me because then I owe her $20. Carly, coffee tastes pretty good with Fireball. Well, I see you didn't wait till noon. Good for you. I've had many a morning where I'm thinking, I need to put a little Fireball in my coffee too. That's not a euphemism. And Carl Wisman, T.L. Shively, that is a Ted Davies piece. Yes, it is. Ted does amazing work. He really does. And Michaela Jade says, and Carly brings the party. You do too. There's a bunch of you that are party lifters here, and that's what makes this so much fun to do. And let's get to more of your comments. I got to catch up. I'm catching up, though. It's 5 p.m. somewhere, I suppose, says Carl Witzman. Even if you have to go to Mars or Jupiter, it's probably 5 p.m. there somewhere. So definitely check him out. And he is very talented. Ted Davies is. Check out Ted Davies' artistry on YouTube. He runs some great interviews. He does a monthly cigar appreciation show with Carl Witzman, as well as being one of the best interviewers around. I aspire to that greatness. Plus, he's been doing some of his sketches for Inktober. He is a multi-talented man, and he's a lot of fun in a green room. And Carleen says, it's just how I am, Michaela. And Rick Bradley says, I believe next year they are releasing a Tabletop Masters of the Universe RPG. I'm definitely going to have to buy that one. Rick Bradley, you and me both, brother. I love the source books, if nothing else. I don't really have a group to play with here in Lafayette because nobody keeps my hours. And it's funny, we are staying up later because of Cookie's new job, but the thing is, she's working when most people would be gaming. So, but yeah, I definitely want that too. It ought to be a great book. I'm looking forward to what they say about Orko and Evil Lynn, the two best characters in the entire universe. And Brian says, Brian Rodman, did I hit the right place? Yes, I did. Brian, you said anus correctly. Well done. Most people say anus, Frank. Well. Oh, we're down to the dregs on that one. And Teresa Dunn from YouTube says, okay, did I miss something? I usually do. Don't feel lonely. And my hubby and I have been married 39 years. That is great, Teresa. Congratulations to you and Albert. And Albert, you are the luckiest man alive, all right? Next to me. And Carl Wisman says, I cannot find the Saturday Traveling TARDIS show. Grr. Check out Christian's page. He might have it there. I'd love to copy that myself and get it on YouTube, maybe. And David Atkins, time to get work started. Everyone make this week a victory. I like that. Hashtag bring cookie home. Hashtag stop hate. Hashtag spread smiles. Hashtags winks for kinks. And hashtags legs for miles. Hashtag the hanging tassel. Hashtag keep cookie home. Hashtag thighs and thongs. And hashtags peace and love. Definitely. Thank you, Ringo Starr. I mean, David Atkins. Oh, yeah, and later we're going to be working on a project of ours talking about the hanging tassel. We got plans. And Joe McKeel says, I am working on a new story to write. It is about a forklift operator fighting the mob. They also have a compulsive buying disorder. Working name? Pick this up and buy it. I love it. Joe, you have got to do that book soon. You've got to do that. That is great. Sometime I'll tell you, I've said the story frequently, but before I even had a plot for Volcana 2, I had the title to Volcana 3. Karen Nicole says she's writing the introduction to that one. So anyway, when I told her the title, Carleen winces at Brian's knee story and rubs her own. Yeah, it's I probably have nothing in there. I didn't go see a doctor. I don't like going to the doctor, and I didn't, especially after we had just moved, I didn't want to like run up a doctor's bill or nothing. So, especially since we were, having some stuff on Cookie checked out. But no, it's fully operational. There's probably no cartilage there anymore, but what the hell, 300 pounds in one spot. Yeah, something's got to give. And bye, David, says Teresa Dunn. And Carl Wisman says, bye, David. Bye, David. Have a good day, David. Seriously, thank you for being here. Brian Rodman says, I must also proselytize Christian Basil's The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. He and Brian have inspired me to start watching Doctor Who, and I am hooked. I will be binging the show for quite some time. I'm late to the party, but so glad to be here. Brian, it is never too late to be part of the Doctor Who legend. It really is. And it has probably become my favorite TV series of all time. It is just so clever. And, where else can you follow, other than soap operas, where else can you follow a show where they replace the actors? The roles are played by different actors, and not only that, but they write the change into the story. You have so many delights ahead of you, and both new and old. And where are you at, Brian? I'm just curious. And Carlene says, Ted is doing the cover of my next book. The sketches I've seen so far are so awesome. Oh, man. Ted knows how to do everything but bad work. Seriously, he is crazy talented. And hashtag lick a spine of your favorite book. Well, let's see here. Oh, here we go. We're going to show that we do more than just comic, or no, more than just books. Now, I have to say, I got this out for Randy Zimmerman. This is a recent series, a revival of a 60s comic that is one of my favorites, maybe my favorite comic ever, called Thunder Agents, the Higher United Nations Defense Enforcement Reserves. They are superhero espionage agents battling problems that the regular police and military cannot. And there's one thing I love about this, it's like Doctor Who. There's humor, there is action, there is science fiction, there is romance, there is like everything you could want in a comic, and that's the original Thunder Agents. Well, this is an excellent pastiche written by Phil Hester, who used to do Green Arrow and a bunch of great art. He is also an artist, not just a great writer, but a great artist too. Andrea DeVito did the art, and lots of great covers, such as this one here by Jerry Ordway, who has worked on Thor and Fantastic Four, All-Star Squadron, the Justice Society of America. Great. And Superman, was an artist and writer on Superman for the longest time. But they also have some of the alternate covers, one by Phil Hester. Who else do they have? More Phil Hester. And also, and Dave Sim of Cerebus the Aardvark fame. You can pick these up at your local comic shop or on Amazon. But Thunder Agents, let's. Do I like this, Sarah? And for the Iron Maiden up there. Yes, definitely. Otherwise, it would be this comic, and this would invite a whole lot of terrible conversation. Sugar Spike is the funniest comic ever put out. It is life in the two babies, and the thing is, they can talk to each other with baby talk, but the thing is, they don't understand adults, and adults don't understand them. It's funny. It is funny as hell. It's hard to find some of them. But they're starting to come out onto the market now, I'm glad to say. Good stuff. Really good stuff. And fully operational drink, says Carlene. Oh, yeah. That's our data. And hopefully that book will be out before December, says Carl Witzman. Fingers crossed, right? And Michaela Jade says, Master Andy says, breakfast is done. I better go. Love you guys. Mwah, Michaela. Love you, too. Love the work you're doing. Keep me posted. Glad for the new group. And Cindy Kep says, the Zon figured out that they were selling Mindstorm for less than the distributor. It's back up to regular price. So I hope you got yours when it was 90% off. You'd think Amazon, Amazon, what you could do is, let them know that the distributor's offering it for less. You might be able to get them to kick the price back down if it's a good promotional item for you, Cindy. Just a thought. And later, Michaela says, Teresa Dunn, and love Michaela, bon appetit. And Sarah says, love you, Michaela. We all love Michaela J. She's awesome. Love all of you guys, too. And but, says Cindy Kim, but you can get Condemned Courier, Animal-Eye, and Ursulon 2 into the open for a discount. Check out that link. Check out the work of Cindy Cap and go to ckoepb.com and sign up for her free monthly newsletter. You will definitely love it. And speaking of things and people we love, Willow Schuyler, morning, folks. Wow, Willow, how are you this morning? Promote yourself, darling. Put in links to your amazing work. Love you. Glad you're here. Good to see you. And look away. Book clicking, says Carl Witzman. He just goes nuts when he sees book licking. And spine licking, actually. And Sarah says, ha, Carl. Wait, Sarah requested it. I had to do it. And interesting, may have to check Thunder Agents. Yeah, Joe D. McPhee, the DC Comics had the rights to them for a couple of years, and they did 2 series there with some art by Mike Grell of Warlord and John Sable Freelance and Green Arrow fame. It was written by the guy who is currently writing The Amazing Spider-Man for Marvel and wrote that Hail Hydra Cap sequence, which I enjoyed. I thought it was terrific work. But he's a great writer. He's also written some Archie comics after Mark Waid recently. Good writer. But anyway, the originals had artists, and I don't know I don't know how deep your knowledge is of older artists, but they had work in the original. Was created by Wally Wood, also written by Wally. Many of them were written by Wally Wood and Steve Skates and Harry Shorten, who wrote the original Shield during the 1940s, and was an editor at Archie like forever. Also Dan Atkins, who has inked just about everything, has drawn Doctor Strange, was one of Kurt Swan's best and most underrated inkers for 2 years. Love his work. Also, Steve Ditko was working for them. Dick Ayers, Frank Giacoya, Mike Sikowski, Steve Skates, who wrote some of the best Aquaman stories ever. I think I'd heard that Jerry Siegel had done some too. Ogden Whitney, who drew Skyman and Herbie the Fat Fury. Who else? Ogden Whitney, John Giunta, George Tuska, who drew Iron Man like forever. Thinking. Manny Stallman, who drew a lot of good stuff during the 40s. Gil Kane wrote and drew a lot of material for them too. Ray Bailey, who was an assistant on Terry and the Pirates forever. For George Wonder. Or no, Steve Canyon. He worked on Steve Canyon. That was it. Wrong strip. For Milton Caniff, had a really nice Caniff flavored style. Who else? A lot of great work on there. Classic artists on there. And DC Comics did a 7-issue run of their archive series that you can find on Amazon relatively inexpensively. That reprints all those stories, and the last volume reprints a 5-issue run called Wally Wood's Thunder Agents, with art and story by people like Steve Englehart, Roy and Dan Thomas, George Perez, Dan Atkins again. Who else? John Statima. It was at a time when it was believed that the property was in the public domain, and it turned out later it wasn't. And the guy who did this 5-issue run was going around telling everybody, well, it's owned by my client. And then when he stopped being that guy's client lawyer, he said, okay, it's in the public domain. I get to do it now. And so he started doing his own, got taken to court. And anyway, it's a really, really great series. You will love it. And the one thing, like I said, it's very Cold War drama, but the next story might be something incredibly funny with one of the characters. And like Dynamo, Len Brown himself could be one story he's super heroic, and the next one he's a schlub, but it's all realistic. He can't get a date with the girl he likes in the The Office, that sort of thing. It's fun stuff. You will enjoy it, Joe, if you seek it out. And I know they have them on Comixology, if you remember that. Brian Rodman, I just started the episode where Rose saves her dad. I imagine this makes things get very interesting. Seriously, the storytelling in this show is phenomenal. Every episode is so unique, but every episode matters to the overarching story. I love this show. Yeah, that's the wonder of the new Doctor Who series since 2005. And I will tell you that Rose's dad does come back. No real spoilers there. And one thing about the show that you just watched, Brian, for a number of years during the Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant episodes, the show takes a lot of work on everyone's part, but to make sure that the Doctor wasn't spread too thin, they would have one show where he appears and he's integral part of the show, but he's not in it a lot, but it shows the effect his menaces and he have on normal humans. And they've been some of my favorite episodes, actually. And one of them is the legendary Blink. You know, that has very little Doctor in it, but some great characters to make up for him. So yeah, Brian, I'm excited for your journey here. This is cool. Keep me posted. And love the licking. Sarah approved. Hey, I've put in a lot of years practicing, Drank. If you think the bad guys need a slug to the mug, you simply need to check out the original SKYMAN Battles the Master of Steam. I couldn't agree more. In fact, here's some incentive for you to pick that up. Thank you, Plasma Fire Graphics.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original SKYMAN battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
And thank you, Plasma Fire Graphics, for that incredible trailer there. Check out Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to the reader, that's for sure. And thank you, Cindy Kip, for mentioning that, and for mentioning that when you finish that book, you need to leave a review with the help of the template inside the book. Amazon Reviews Made Less Impossible by Brian K. Morris. Also available on Amazon, of all places, and Smashwords. Thank you, Cindy Kip. You're the best. And Brian Rodman says, everyone, if you're interested in horror or fantasy, check out Memoirs of an Angel at brianrodman.com. It's about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through space and time to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. Join the adventure today. Check out brianrodman.com for more information. It's a good series. I'm currently reading the next couple issues. It's great. And Carl Witzman, I just finished reading SKYMAN, so now I need to write a review like all good readers should. Yes, indeed. If only there was a guide to writing better Amazon reviews. Well, let's see. Let me pick my brain here. Why, Carl, this is your lucky day, my friend. Oh, bless the fates that brought us together that I can give you this information. Amazon Book Reviews Made Less Impossible. It's $2.99 at Amazon and at Smashwords. Go to Amazon, www.amazon.com/author/Brian K. Morris. All one word. And check it out. This is a book that provides a handy template to make review writing easy. It also tells you why it is so important that you leave a review, and authors, it explains why it's so important for you to ask for reviews. It's Amazon Book Reviews Made Less Impossible, a reader's guide to rewarding authors. Please check it out. It's a quick read, and you will enjoy it. We'll close the drawer there. Thank you, Carl, and thank you, Cindy, both of you, as always. Thank you both. And yes, definitely, folks, when you read a book, please leave a review on Amazon, Goodreads, or whatever platform you bought the book from. It does help the author with their visibility. And waits to see if Brian picks up the cue. Picked up the cue, broke the balls, and definitely kept the 8-ball out of the side pocket. You betcha. Thank you for the setup. And Christian Basil, here I am, Monday Morris, hashtag catfishing, dino porn. I am an author, Michaela Jade's Pants. What did I miss? Hey, with that last one, you got it all, brother. Anyway, check out. Hey, Christian, I hope you put in a link to the show we had on Saturday, because people would like to see it. I've had people express an interest in that, and I'd like to copy it onto my page too. And yes, I did. Thank you, Carl, once again. Brian Robin, there he is. Hashtag 50 Shades of Christian. Hashtag Dino Porn. When you care to send the very best. Carl Witzman says from Facebook, Christian Basil, author Michaela Jade was here, and she had to leave, frustrated by your tardiness. Sorry. Her tears may never dry. Anyway, Rick Bradley, well, work is wanting to take my full attention. Screw them. Who they think they are? Sigh. That's probably why I'm not employed anymore. Sigh. Everyone take care and stay creative. Rick Bradley, thank you. Good luck on your Monday. Have a fantastic day, superstar. Glad to see you here as always. Brian Robbins. And folks, I'm not the only one with a Patreon page. Head on over to patreon.com /Brian K. Morris and hashtag keep cookie home. So many great rewards and a fantastic community experience. Yeah, the community is building there. I'm glad to say. And I'm glad thank you, Brian, for being a part of it too, brother. And remind me, I gotta get onto your Patreon page and show you at least a little love. But yeah, Patreon is a great way to pretty much guarantee a troll-free environment. I mean, we may open up the $1,000 a month level, but only if you're a troll. I may do that. If you come on here to be, insult me, you're at least going to pay me for the privilege. You know what I'm saying? I ought to do that. Hey, leave me a comment on my Patreon page. See if I ought to do that. I'm going to get kicked off of there yet, I swear. Carl Witzman from YouTube says, well, once again, Cindy Kemp beat me to the punch. No, it's great minds thinking alike, Carl. And if you're thinking like Cindy Kemp, I'd pat myself on the back. You know what I'm saying? And there he is. Good morning, Multiverse. Citizen John B. Pica. Always a pleasure to have you here, brother. Hope you are feeling better. Nevermorians, you can no longer say that you don't know someone that didn't have coronavirus. John B. Pica, unfortunately, has contracted it. But I keep seeing that he's getting better. It sounds like you're getting better more than you're getting worse, which is good. But John, we've been praying for you, man, and we hope you pull through this with everything that you entered this state with. Stay strong, brother. You got a lot of people loving you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling about 80% normal, working again this AM. Well, good for you, John. Don't push yourself too hard too soon. All right. Yeah. And I agree with Carl Witzman. Please don't overdo it. John, please pace yourself, all right? And this week will still be a week of recovery and catch-up, and Carl Witzman thanks going to the doctor today for a reevaluation. And Pops Van Zandt joins us. Good to see you, Pops. What the hell is going on, Brian? I am the last person you should ask, Pops, because I do not have one clue. You know what I'm saying? I am as in the dark, if not more so, than everyone else here. But Pops Van Zandt, one thing I do know, I know one thing, and I love you. No, it's Pops Van Zandt. I do love you, man. Pops Van Zandt has CromCon, the virtual convention that happens every month, and you can't get enough of it. And check it out, Pops. If you want to put links to the CromCon, we would love to see them. John B. Pica, we are 3 weeks behind because of COVID, but patreon.com /impossible. Oh, sweet God in heaven. Even what John's put up right now is going to keep you guys busy if you sign up for his page, and I think you ought to. He's got a lot of great stuff on that. Check out The Impossibilists, and check out Pops Van Zandt. Said, I had and kicked its ass. Never really noticed. John has got this. Oh, I didn't realize you'd had coronavirus, dude. If I'm reading that right, John has got this. Yeah, John's a warrior. John is going to beat this thing like a rug. Seriously, but Pops, I didn't know you had it, man. For a while I was scared crapless of that stuff. But the thing is, because I'm in a high risk area, I have a number of pre-existing conditions, not the least of which is age, that put me right on the bullseye. But I've also had 2 scares too, but we have taken all precautions so that we don't infect others, which is what the really cool people do. And you rock, brother. And whether it's me or John, whoever you're talking to, Pops, you rock harder, man. And speaking of rock harder, got to put in a promotion for Woody Radio. If you like new and recent alternative musics, and a variety of them, check out Woody Radio. My dear friend DJ Gidget runs a great operation there, and you'll want to check it out. Check out their website at woodyradio.com, please. And Michaela Jade says, I'm back. Breakfast done, and now I guess I'll get dressed. Oh, don't disappoint us. And get to work, back to work on edits of Warriors Trust. There we go. It's about a barbarian who finds out that his father's gold shekels were set into an account to accrue interest. It's a really great accounting book. Anyway, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be sexy, and it's going to be by Michaela Jade, which is all I need to know. Michaela, check out the work of Michaela Jade on Amazon. She is amazing, and I love her. Also, check her out on Clever Title Pending last Tuesday. She was a lot of fun, and I'm still getting raves about that show. More people are tuning into that, so please check it out on YouTube. And Brian Wenzoff, hello, everyone. Brian Wenzoff, brother, it's good to see you here. Hope you're having a great morning, and I hope your weekend went well, too. Pops Van Zandt, our whole family was positive months ago. Oh, man. Oh, I'm glad you got through it, though, brother. Seriously, we need you, Pops. Seriously, Pops, we need you in this world. And all of you rock. Indie scene is the best. Amen, brother. I'll get you an amen on that one for sure. And Christian is happy you've returned, Michaela. Maybe too happy. Yeah, and you can't see it in his face, unfortunately. He's wearing, he's the guy you want to play poker with. Hey, Christian, what do you remember first of your first experience of dino porn? Yeah, that's it. That's it all right in a nutshell right there. Which is pretty much anyone that is actually, despite my urgings, has checked out the thing on Google, because it is totally this, folks. It is totally this. A dumpster fire washed away in a flood. And by the way, on a serious note to everyone in the Gulf Coast, please take care of yourselves. All right, we have sent you some love and some prayers, and hope you all are safe in that area right now. We've been thinking about you, seriously, and so is Batman. Anyway, let's get back to your comments here. And Nick Tockard has a YouTube link. I found a great channel with literary breakdowns of poems and why they work from the perspective of an author editor. Great resources. Poems? Is this a new word I have to learn, or is it forms? I got to check that out. Thank you, Nick. And Brian Westhoff, this Saturday on Reels and Heels, we are doing a salute to indie creators and have a great round table of guests, including Travis Gibb, Hocus Pocus Comics, Chuck Pinot, and author Michaela Jade. She is awesome. Chuck and Travis are awesome too, and Hocus Pocus, I'm sure, is good too. I probably know him. I just don't remember the name. But anyway, please check out the work of Brian Wensoff. Reels and Heels, great show. And speaking of great, there is Charles F. Millhouse, who will be appearing at Kokomo Con this coming Saturday from 10 to 5 at the Kokomo Convention Center at 1500 North Reed Road in Kokomo, Indiana. Admission is $15 and masks are mandatory. But anyway, I think I'm 2 tables away from Charles F. Millhouse. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're probably going to drive nuts whoever's sitting between us. But anyway, please come see us. We would love to see you. He's going to have brand new books, including some Captain Hawkland goodness. And Charles, I want a complete set of the print books. I really do. For me. Anyway, so set some aside, please. But anyway, he's going to be there. I'm going to be there with some book specials and some other surprises. Please come see me. And all purchases will get a special bookmark and a special card and a special sticker from me. We got swag now. We are swagalicious now. John B. Pica says, for those who didn't know, and I was one, there are no approved medications or treatments for COVID, so the only things doctors can prescribe legally is rest at home or hospitalization. Yeah, I think that what the president took, it was a steroid that he took, and apparently it is given to strengthen people with weakened immune systems and That's what that is, but it is not a cure by any stretch of the imagination. At this point in time, to my knowledge, we do not have a cure for it. We do not have a vaccine, although testing is, human testing has started. In fact, I am signed up. I haven't let anyone know this yet, but I am signed up through the University of Indiana that I have volunteered to be a test subject if they want me. And they might not want me because I am high risk, but I'm thinking if you want to test it out on a high risk person, I volunteer to jump onto the grenade there. And films by typed by my legendary Fat Thumbs. Thank you, Nick. I was wondering what are we talking about here? I don't recognize the word. Use words, Brian. Anyway, thanks, Nick. I appreciate the link, man. That would be great. Trump getting C-19, says John B. Pica, and getting experimental treatment that knocked it out is the best thing that could happen. They will have 300,000 doses of that treatment distributed by the end of the month. I don't trust any news coming out of Washington at this point, John. I'm just that cynical. But if I hear stuff from Dr. Fauci, then I'm there. Brian Wentzloff has a link to his Facebook page, Reels and Heels Official. Please check that out. But check out that show. It's awesome. And Charles F. Milhouse says that he was interviewed by Ted Davies yesterday. We talked about life, writing, publishing, and the upcoming Pulp Reality magazine, featuring the work of Charles F. Milhouse, Bobby Nash, and myself, and Ted Davies, and other wonderful people, Andy Shaky Cordy, among others. And check it out at that YouTube address there. It is a great interview. I watched it last night. Charles, you were fantastic. Thank you for the shout outs. Appreciate it greatly. And Nick Tucker says, this is why I write my books on a full keyboard. Yeah, you and me both. People who type it on your phones. Anyway, John B. Pica, there is no cure for any virus, and vaccines are only 50% effective. That's true. And I got to get my flu shot sometime soon. And I think I may be eligible for shingles shot. I don't remember. I know Cookie is, but I think I've had it. So I've been told I should get it. Anyway, John B. Pica, we're glad you're on the mend. Seriously, brother, we are. And we have finally caught up with your comments. Oh, no, we haven't. Carl Witzman saw to that. And if humankind ever dies out, it will be a virus that kills us, or Joe McKeel's Alexa. Yeah, Joe McKeel's Alexa is probably on the warpath right now going, would you guys just leave me alone? For the love of God. And Cookies is not far behind it as I'm doing this show. So anyway, we're gonna have spots at the end after the closing credits of this show. So please stick around and see what your friends are up to, because you guys are up to some really, really cool things, such as this.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Check out that website. Check out her newsletter. Please sign up for it. It's free. It comes out around the third week of every month, and it's awesome. It's a great read. And so is the work of Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com. Trevor Hawkins, who had a major hand in the look of the SKYMAN book, asked if Carl liked that book. I hope he did. But Brian Rodman says the October newsletter goes out today, and there's some really cool news coming your way if you've signed up. And it's not coming your way if you haven't. So head to brianrodman.com and join the party. Do it fast. And speaking of people that we want to keep up and joining the party with, there's Russell Allen. Good morning to you, my man. Hope you are doing well. Russell interviewed me a week or two ago for his fantastic interview show. It turned out wonderfully because he's so awesome. Hope you're feeling well this morning, Russell. Hope all is going well. And yes, Trevor, good job, says Carl Witzman from YouTube. And Nick Tockert says, and speaking of my books, buy them already. For the love of God, pick up your Nick Tockman dose. and get hooked on the works of Nick Tachman. Also, check out his Friday Historical Fencing Guild show on YouTube. And back episodes are available on his playlist there. Go to Amazon.com/author/Nicholas Tuckert. And nice outro, says Sarah. Thank you, darling. And Cindy Kemp rocks. She does indeed. And she replies, I was actually able to get a flu shot this year. Last few years, I either couldn't find the egg-free one or I was kicked out for the seizure disorder. Oh, Cindy. Much love to you, darling. You put up with challenges on a daily basis. Seriously. And you are a warrior. You really are. I'm proud of you. And she goes, woohoo, woot. The promo Frozen Creek Studios put together for me is fantastic. I agree. That is a work of art there, Cindy. You should be very proud of that trailer. I am proud to run it. I really am. And Brian Rodman, once again, it's been an amazing start to the week. Thanks for a fantastic show. Thank you for being here, Brian. And have a fantabulous week, everyone. Looking forward to tomorrow night's clever title pinning with Demon Phil Locklear, comic creator and broadcaster supreme. I love his work. He's great. So please check it out. All right. And Russell Allen says he is doing better this week. Get up there. There we go. Thank you. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. Russell, we definitely hope for one for you too. Russell's another guy who's got a challenge or two medically, but we'll get through it, Russell. All of us together. All right. And I'm thinking it's probably about, let's see. And Cindy Kemp, great trailer, says Nick Tucker. Gotta agree with that. That is a work of beauty there. Please check it out. So, yes, and there we go. And Cindy Kemp says Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central. Tune into the Historical Fencing Guild. Support your local sword master. That's your public service announcement for Rising Tide. And thanks for running the promo, Cindy. I always run your promo at least once per show. I'm proud to, and I hope we get you. I hope we get the needle moving on your sales there. We want to help. We really do. Cindy, you deserve it. You really do. A lot of you deserve it. And is Cookie coming with you to KokomoCon? Asked Charles F. Millhouse. Yes, she will be there, and she will be joining you and I for dinner, and plus any of our other creative friends that want to tag along, I suppose. But anyway, yes, Charles, we are gonna chow down together. We are gonna spend the day together. We're gonna have fun at KokomoCon. Remember, that's this Saturday at the Kokomo Convention Center at 1500 North Reed Road. It's really easy to get to, actually. It's a beautiful facility. I'm not going to set up the night before, Charles. We're just going to come in hot that morning. But we'll see you there. Looking forward to it. Yes. Dinner, that's what we're there for. It's like, we do the broadcast for the after the recorded show, the stuff that we can't get blackmailed for, and then we do the show so we can have dinner together. That's a wild and wacky world of creative people, folks. We close the restaurants down. Seriously. And think we better let Brian go soon, guys. He looks like he might be doing a potty dance. No, I'm not. I'm actually not. I keep checking Cookie because now's about the time I need to feed her before she goes to work. And get ready, says Russell Allen, for a wild ride in his upcoming book release of Zeno Nanite Titan, The Fall Before the Rise. Check it out. There's going to be a Kickstarter campaign, and I have seen this stuff. I have seen the art that's in it. I have read the book. And I know what his big stretch goal is, and check it out. All I got to say is check it out. You're in for a treat. I'm telling you, it is. If you love the old Robert Heinlein style or Isaac Asimov style or Edmund Hamilton space opera, okay, if you enjoyed Absolution by Charles F. Millhouse, you will like a lot Zeno Nanite Titan, The Fall Before the Rise. And hashtag from Cindy Cap, hashtag bring Cookie home, hashtag thank you and I love you, Cindy Cap, hashtag Cindy Cap, hashtag sign up for her newsletter at ckoepp.com because it is seriously bombdigalicious. It is fantastic. Great read every month, as is Animal Eye, her brand new book available on Amazon and on bearpublications.com. Please check out the work of Cindy Cap and check out the work of Russell Allen. Check out the work of Charles M. Millhouse. Everyone that you've seen on this show has got something creative going on, and they deserve your support. I've got stuff going on too, and we'd love it if you signed up for our YouTube page. Become a subscriber, please. We also have a Patreon page. Just look for Brian K. Morris, all one word, lowercase, all of it, on patreon.com. Also check out our friends on Patreon. Please support the Nevermorians. There's a lot of great creativity going around Oh, my nose itches. And we hope you'll check it out. I think you'll be aptly rewarded with entertainment. And also, what are we doing? What are we doing the rest of this week? Well, Tuesday night we've got tomorrow night we've got Clever Title Pending, which is our interview show where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. This week's guest will be Phil Locklear. The demon himself is going to show up to talk about his comic book work, as well as I think he's got a Kickstarter either just started or is about to. But he's also going to talk about his broadcasting. He is a prolific broadcaster and a really high quality one. So please, if you've got curiosity about how a proper show should be run, Demon Phil Locklear is the guy you should ask. He'll be on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on this channel where you're watching me now. Also, Nevermind the Furthermore will return on Wednesday and Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We hope you'll come see us. And we definitely would love it if you'd come see us at KokomoCon this coming Saturday, the 17th, from 10 to 5 p.m. It is going to be a fun show. Check out the Comics Cubed in Kokomo page for more information. But we're going to have a couple Power Ranger actors there from some, I think one was the Time Force one, and I think one may be Dino Porn. I'm not sure, Christian Basil. You may want to show up for that. Start driving now. But anyway, we will be there from 10 to 5. With Charles F. Millhouse and Molly Daniels and Kenzie Michaels, of course, her alter ego, and maybe hopefully some other of our creative friends will be there. And most of all, Cookie will be there. If you want to meet the amazing Cookie and get her autograph, please come to booth 83 at the Kokomo Convention Center, 1500 North Reed Road in Kokomo, Indiana. This coming Saturday. Admission is $15. It's going to be fantastic. And let's see. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Cindy Cap. Love you. And Nick Tockert says, Amanda Tockert has been hammering out something new. Keep an eye on her site since she won't shamelessly hawk her wares at www.amazon.com /author/Amanda Tockert. Well, that's why she needs the help of the mighty manatee to help her out. The Prince of Promotion. And if you want to check out Charles F. Millhouse's work, find it at stormgatepress.com. And also check out his interview last night with Ted Davies. Good stuff. And hashtag feed Cookie, hashtag love the thing. You love them. You too. You know that. Gotta talk to you soon. Just gotta check in with you. And Carl Wisman is mocking Sarah with his laughter in peril of his life. And she in turn goes, ha! Carl, love you, Sarah. You're awesome. You are the best. And Russell Allen has a Patreon page. Well, for me, thank you, Russell Allen. I do appreciate it. And just $1 will get you a mention in any of our projects that we publish through Rising Tide, as long as you are an active patron of our site. And we've also been posting chapters from our brand new first draft flash novel, and we're going to post later this week, with any luck, the first chapter of the Santa Stein audio book that we are working on currently. I'm excited to see that happen, and Cookie will be excited, and David E. Laker will be excited that's finally coming out. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on Patreon. A great community is building there. I'm really grateful to say, and it is troll free. The biggest troll there will be Brian. But anyway, please come check us out. We'd be grateful if you did. $5 will get you a look at the novel and any advanced looks at any videos we might put on there, and $10 once we get it seeded. We're in the process of that. We'll get you a downloadable PDF of our work. So anyway, Nick Tucker says, I am trying desperately to get through a project to line up with a certain early November evening event. Yes. Well, Nick, I wish you luck, but if nothing else, we'll talk about how close you are to it. Nick Tockert will be joining us on Clever Title Pending November 3rd, the first Tuesday in November. It's going to be a good time. And we've got some great guests coming up, not just Phil Locklear tomorrow night, but Amy Hale on October 20th, Brian Wensloff on October 27th, Master Ron Fitzgerald, great Chicago-based illusionist, on the Friday the 30th, the Halloween's Eve show. And on the 17th, we've already signed Brian Rodman and Jeremy Woodring. The Dastardly Dingoes will be visiting the Nevermorians. It'll be a fun time. Russell Allen, $20 gets you a signed picture of Brian licking your spine. or of your book. Yeah, that's true. For $1,000, I will come and lick your spine personally until you tell me to stop. So anyway,
I'm going to tell you to stop.
or before Cookie catches me. Sarah, I'll let you run a tab. Anyway, and Cookie's like at me, getting the eye and the lip. And Nicole will be joining me October 27th. What? Who said you're programming here, Brian? We'd love to have Nicole. In fact, we'll probably ignore you for Nicole. Anyway, Charles and Millhouse, everyone have a productive day. I'm at work, so I better get up and make it look good. Yeah, seriously. But tell me you're watching this show. I'm sure your bosses will understand. Brian, I'm just teasing you. Anyway, very exciting lineup from future shows. I say so, Cindy, and we may have to talk to get you back on here too, if you're willing. But anyway, yeah, we've got a long line of people. We're waiting on a couple of confirmations, but I'm excited that so many people want to do that show, and I have fun doing it. We really do. And we're looking at expanding a little bit of broadcasting later on, and seeing what you guys do. I love interviewing you guys and having conversations is more like it, and love the questions you guys come up with. So please join us. Bring your questions for Phil Locklear tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Clever Title Pending. And with that one, we are going to take our leave right now. So everyone, thank you for being here, and thank you again to plasmafiregraphics.com. Also check out their Facebook page. Jeffrey Hayes, thank you for all you do for this show. We appreciate your sponsoring this episode. And remember, when the look of your book matters to you, check out Plasma Fire Graphics. You will be glad you did. And so that does it for this episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, the Monday, October 12th, 2020 edition. And thank you for watching, whether you're watching us live and got all the way through, or you were watching on the rerun and you got all the way through. Good on you. So thank you. If you're watching us on Facebook, on the Rising Tide Publications or the Indie Vent pages, please give that page a like if you would. That helps us gain visibility in the algorithms, and you're supporting this show directly. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please, if you enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. We would be grateful if you did. And also, please subscribe. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Also, Clever Title Pending shows up at every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So, and we're also going to be dropping some special videos coming up soon. We hope you'll enjoy them. And so please turn on the notifications so you'll be alerted whenever we come back, all right? And this show is, again, brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics, plasmafiregraphics.com, when the look of your book matters to you. Also, we are powered by geekinsider.com. Check out the amazing stuff there. Also, check out wildoneforever.com. Meredith Logren does a great morning show around women, and I'm always liking to be around women. But anyway, seriously, it's a great way to start your day every morning at 7:30 Eastern. Check it out, please. And also, we're powered by Rising Tide Publications, which is our operation. Please check us out on Amazon. Do a search for my name or Rising Tide Publications. Also, go to risingtide.pub, where you can see what we've got out right now, as well as be able to sign for our free monthly newsletter. The next episode will go out November 1st, and we've got all kinds of cool surprises in there that we think you'll like. So anyway, thank you, everyone, for watching the show and commenting and participating in it. We hope you had a good time, and we sure did. And we will see you tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending, or if nothing else, we'll see you Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. for Nevermind the Furthermore. So as always, folks, don't forget to stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. This is Brian K. Morris wishing you a great Monday. Have a fantastic rest of your week.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove. and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hurt.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.